guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video has been something I've been wanting to do for so many months now, and as time and time went on, it felt harder and harder to actually just sit down and make a video. And there's so many things I can go into, but to give it a little bit of a background, my name is Jade, and I started posting on YouTube back in 2016 when I decided to get into the world of fitness, document my journey, and also start my first bikini prep. And I ended up using my YouTube channel as an incredible platform to build a community and share my journey and really grow up. I look back to when I started my channel and I was just figuring out what it meant to be an adult and living by myself and traveling the world for the first time, and really just like discovering who I was through the journey and just being able to share that online in real time. And fast forward to where I am now 29 almost, and living in Bali for the past 4 years, and like so much of my life has changed. But the one thing that I always loved to do was like share the journey on social media. And you know, when I started posting back in 2016, I literally was just figuring out what the internet was and sharing my journey and sharing my life, but I really didn't know much about social media. And as it started to grow, my channel, like the world of social media grew as well, right? And through that process, I didn't lose myself, but as I started to grow up and figure out who I was, I found it quite difficult to continue posting on social media. And this has really been in like the last 3 years. And it was really hard for me, which is why I wanted to sit down and make this video and kind of share what was on my heart and just be really real with you guys, because so many of you guys who have been subscribed to my channel and who have watched my videos throughout the years have been such a support for me. And it's not like I felt like I owed anyone anything, but it really was just a part of me felt missing. Like when I stopped posting on YouTube, and for context, up until now, I deleted all my videos. I pretty much deleted everything on my Instagram as well, and just made it really just like personal. And yeah, it felt hard because I felt like a part of me was missing, because such a big part of me was making videos and sharing my life and connecting with you guys. And it was way more than just like a YouTube channel and an Instagram page to, you know, get followers. It really was my place where I felt like I could be myself, and so many of you related with me and I could relate with you, and it felt like such a part of who I was. And then as I went on this journey, when I got to Bali, I felt not disconnected, but I didn't know how to show up anymore. Like I really was going through this journey, and I don't know if you can relate to me on this one, but as you start growing up, like these old parts of you start to fall away and you can't really like identify with them anymore. And there was a part of me that didn't want to just be known as like these old versions of myself. And I had this feeling that, oh, if people watched my YouTube or followed me on Instagram, they had like one version of me in their head, or they thought they knew me. But then I was going on this huge spiritual journey myself in Bali, and really just growing up and like becoming an adult, and I didn't really relate to that part of myself anymore. And as I got to Bali, I found that like social media became harder and harder, and I don't know if that's because maybe it like wasn't as relatable or life was just different, but I felt like the best way I could put it, and what I said to my therapist, was I felt like everything I had made just started slowly crumbling away. And social media definitely shifted, right? But things weren't doing as well anymore, or people didn't like maybe like the videos as much, or didn't like me. And I felt like I didn't take it personally, but it was like eating at me inside. Like I just felt like no matter what I was doing or no matter what I was posting, it was getting worse and worse. And this is me being like so transparent. It's vulnerable. Like it is so vulnerable, first of all, to sit down on a camera and just be yourself, but also just share like the stuff that you were going through. Like everything was just falling out of my fingertips, and no matter how hard I tried, nothing was working. And as I was going through this journey of like growth and spirituality and awakening and what it means to be a human, I also found it really difficult to like post these like curated videos of this perfect life, or even if it wasn't perfect, this life that was still confusing to me, because I was still trying to figure out what life really was, or what was important to me and what wasn't. And so I found that I was putting up videos, especially within the last 2 years or year and a half. It wasn't me, like it wasn't fully who I was. And I also was trying to figure out how to get this YouTube spark back, and trying to make these videos that I thought people wanted to see. But even though I was making them, they were like, weren't doing as well as like things had done in the past, which was difficult because I didn't want to make these videos that I'd made in the past because I didn't think they were true to who I was. Like say for example, doing a fashion haul or something like that. Like I felt like I had so much more to give in my soul and so much more wisdom and stuff to share through my own journey, through my life experiences of all these things I was learning. And so these very simple videos, I would put it, yeah, sure, they're entertaining. Like I feel like they didn't have depth to them. So then I feel like it was like super surface level, and then I was only giving like this very surface level of myself, and then it felt like inauthentic. Like I felt super out of integrity, what was actually in my heart and the kind of content that I wanted to be sharing, but I couldn't quite figure out how to share that content and like deviate from this what I eat in a day and how to get fit and how to get lean. I don't know why I had this thing in me that felt like posting that was just trying to cling on to the past, or like trying to make videos that I thought people wanted to see. It's not so much about trying to create this like perfect image in this content. It really is just about showing up and being who you are, and you know, hopefully like bringing some like positivity and entertainment to someone's day, because that is the purpose of YouTube. But I definitely found I was in this lost place. I have no idea what kind of content to post, and I don't even know what people want to see. And I felt so lost in the process because I felt like I'd lost my whole life in London. I'd lost my identity in a way. I'd lost my boyfriend, my house, like everything that I built and known in this very much like little Jade on YouTube. Like I felt like she was gone. And then I was trying to discover who this new Jade was and continue this channel and continue sharing and posting. And then it was just like slowly falling away. And the more it decreased and got lower and lower, the more I felt like parts of me were like disappearing and getting lower. And it really was one of the hardest things, and is one of the hardest things that I have to think back on and try and explain to people. Like watching something that you love and something that you've built through so many different chapters of your life just slowly just disappear into like the distance. And it was one of these things that I try to explain it and people were like, just post again and just do it. And I felt like I didn't know how. And I think the first step is just like sitting down and actually chatting with you and sharing that with you, that it's been really hard as I've been trying to rebuild my life again in a new country and, you know, rediscover who I am, whilst also wanting to keep parts of my past, but not like hold on to them in ways, like not hold on to this old version of me, but be able to like bring her with me and like have it as a part of me. And it's literally like today posted back up all my videos after deleting like 300 videos off my channel, because I thought to myself, like, these are such special things to look back on and see that journey. And also when people watch this video, see the different versions of me and not be ashamed of parts of me. And even though I might not relate to some of the content that I was posted, or I might watch it now and disagree with what I shared, what I've realized is like, that's the way you grow. You only grow through learning. And I think by putting it off, not posting videos and not just being myself, it actually it didn't benefit, right? There was no benefit in not posting and not sharing, even though it might not have been perfect. Because I think I've been waiting for this perfect version of me to show back up and have it all figured out and have the perfect content and perfect videos that people would see and that would resonate and would just be of value to the world. And actually I realized that the real value is just being who you are in the moment and sharing what you know. And the right people will hear it and the right people will take a message from it and relate to it. And yeah, it felt really hard to feel like I wasn't relatable in ways, or that I had this idea that, oh, well, like I'm getting older and I'm not maybe like doing the same life that I had before, and maybe people don't care anymore. And it's all just the mind and how our ego can get in the way and actually stop us doing what we love doing. And that's really why I'm sitting down and making this video, because I do want to post on YouTube and I do want to share on social media, and I do love coaching people and I love all these parts of my life, and I also love all the other parts of my life that maybe I hadn't included or I was too afraid to share because I didn't know how to merge the two worlds together. And last year, if you watch my channel, I ended up doing some bikini competitions, and in hindsight looking now, like I absolutely loved doing them, and it was such a an amazing growth chapter of my life. Like I said, like I learned so much about myself, and although there was times that was like so difficult and so hard and I really struggled, a part of my soul knew it needed to do that as like almost like a, not like a final chapter, but it definitely was like a closure of a version of myself. And I shared a lot of this on YouTube, but it felt like, again, like I said, like I was trying to repeat the past versus actually recreate in the moment and like create a new future. I hope that makes sense. I feel like such a new version of myself, and I want to be able to be that online. But then there was a part of me that was like trying to hold on and trying to make what worked in the past work now, and it just was not working. It's been like this identity, I guess, this identity shift in me, but also I feel like through that I kind of rejected like old parts of myself. Like I didn't want to be known as like this fitness Jade anymore. I just wanted to be Jade. And through doing that, I removed all the Instagram posts like to do with fitness and all my YouTube videos. Like I said, I had this realization and I was like, that is a part of who you are as well as everything else. And unless we can show up as the most authentic version of ourselves, which all of us, really we're just trying to be seen in one kind of way. And that was like the opposite of what I was trying to do. So yeah, I really felt I wanted to sit down and be so authentic and just be real with you guys and say, I've missed you guys so much and I've missed posting on here. I have no idea what the future is gonna look like. I have no idea what this channel is gonna look like, but I really want to make this video and say like, this is something that I love. It's a part of who I am and it's a part of something that I wanna keep doing, and hopefully that I can rebuild what was so beautifully growing in the past and the community and all the people that were just, you know, I felt connected to. And I feel like parts of me were connected to the people that watched, because you guys literally have seen like journey of growing up. Like I said, as I grew up, it's like realizing that these people also were growing up as well, and you are also going through life changes and new homes and new relationships and new jobs and all the things. And rather than hiding parts of myself and who I am just because, you know, it feels hard or feels difficult, or, you know, maybe I don't think people will relate or understand, it's like still showing up and just putting it out there, because if you don't put yourself out there, no one is going to be there to receive it. And if you don't go after what it is you want in life, it's like you're never gonna get it. For me, I never had the drive to like have loads of Instagram followers and like be famous or an influencer. It was literally just showing what I loved, and then I kind of got brought into that whole world of influencers and gifting and PR and all of that. As amazing and cool as it was to look back on, it's like not the reason that I want to just sit down and make YouTube videos. It's like I actually want to do it to help people and, you know, be a part of people's lives and just, yeah, share the journey. I think that's the big thing. Like I think my first Instagram name was Jade's Journey. My first blog I ever made back in like 2015 was Jade's Journey. That's the whole thing. It's just like this journey through life that actually is something that we all have in common. We are all going on a journey through life, and the more we can connect to people, I feel like the more happier we are as humans. And especially I found myself isolated at times in life where I felt lonely and or disconnected, and it was through social media I found my people and I found community and people found me, and because of that I was able to build a life that I loved. So yeah, that's the video that's on my heart. I wanted to just sit down and share it because I've had my camera out for weeks now, and it's just like been this thing that I'm like, I don't even know how to sit down and say I'm sorry in ways, like sorry for just giving up on YouTube and on you guys. Also sorry to myself for giving up on me. And it's been the biggest journey of like self-worth and self-love and letting go of the need to have anything external validate how great you are. But also there's such a privilege and such a blessing, I would say, to have built something so amazing. To say like I have a YouTube channel that was great was like, it's such a cool thing. And yeah, although I kind of look back and I'm like, oh, I wish things were how they used to be, and this is being super transparent, it's also a really amazing opportunity to make something different and see if it can be something different and something that can, you know, inspire you guys to go after what you want, or just, you know, help brighten your day, like I said. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what this is gonna look like moving forward, but I would just love to get back to vlogging life and like the real deal, sharing what's on my heart, what I'm going through, being able to do sit down videos like this and chat. For me, that would be the most amazing thing ever, and that's what my intentions are. So yeah, Thank you so much if you've made it this far in this video. Thank you for clicking on and just for being here, for still being here, I guess. To have built a channel with like 70,000 people still blows my mind. And it's something I don't take for granted in any way. And I think it really took feeling like I lost it all and walking away to really want to like step back up and reconnect and get back in it. So love you guys so much. I hope you stick around, I guess. I would love to hear from you in the comments. And yeah, I'd love to just get back on this journey. So that is all for today. Bye guys.